welcome to Veranda Financing Podcast. This is Christine Mills. Today I am excited. I know you guys hear this a lot. I always say I'm excited, but I am excited. Genuinely excited every time I come on to this podcast. Today I'm going to be talking about the lessons I've learned by watching my daughter play basketball and what has taught me about entrepreneurship. So my daughter plays basketball. She loves basketball so much. And I have been fortunate to watch her grow in this sport. But the other day I was watching them play and I thought of wow, there are so many lessons of entrepreneurship that can be found there. And I believe there are lessons of entrepreneurship all around us when we look close enough, but especially in the world of sports. Admittedly, I was never an athlete, but watching my daughter and being around athletes now, I realize that the lessons they learn dribbling a ball with the goal of making shots can equally apply to the world of entrepreneurship. So I compiled a list of 10 takeaways from basketball that you can apply to your growing business. Number 1, sometimes you have to labor harder for some battles over others. Sometimes you have to labor harder for some battles over others. There are some basketball games, I'm telling you, that my daughter and her team are just whizzing by their opponents and making net. However, there are those times that they labor, and I mean they labor and fight for each shot. They must heighten their defense and avoid the other team increasing their lead at all costs. In entrepreneurship, there are battles that really require more heightened awareness of what your competitors are doing and ensuring that you are not being left behind. As companies approach their next revenue level, it requires even more skill, more collaboration, and more discipline. It may have been easy to reach your first level of revenue, but the next level, I tell you, may require you to raise funds or put yourself out in the marketplace even more. Don't worry. The extra effort will be worthwhile. Number 2, keep pushing even when you're down. I must say, I'm sure you have, but we have all seen a team that is down and the time is against them, but they are still pushing to win. I always wonder what makes athletes keep fighting even when they know they are down and they won't be able to win. I mean, that's my number 1 question I always ask an athlete. Why do you keep pushing on and you know you're going to lose? Why? And one young boy, he's about 12, he said, because I don't quit. And I love that. I thought that was awesome. So is it wanting to win with a respectful loss or the sheer desire to fight for the bitter end? Whatever it is, those are the best games to watch. The spectators respect their hustle and pure tenacity. But similarly, in entrepreneurship, there are times when you are working so hard and it may seem that no one is noticing. Be encouraged that you are really building your skill and respect in the marketplace. Number 3, be aware of the time on the clock. Be aware of the time on the clock. The clock in basketball can be your friend or your worst enemy. I tell you, there are times when my daughter's team is down by 6 points, but there are 10 minutes left in the game. I often have hopes that there is time left because they can turn it around, right? However, if they're up by 6 points with 10 minutes left, the other team could easily redeem themselves. In business, we are always have to be mindful of time, since there are some opportunities we will only get because of timing. Some potential customers may say no to us now, but at another time, it's a perfect opportunity. Furthermore, there are certain seasons when customers are open to making certain purchases, and if you don't capitalize on those moments, you have to sell your product at a deep discount. Think candy makers selling their confectionaries around Valentine's Day, right? And Easter. Imagine if they didn't carpe diem those times of year. Think of the industries that complement your industries and how you can gain customers. Perhaps you can pitch your life insurance business at a church, or your restaurant can provide breakfast at a local staff meeting. Always be mindful of the time and opportunities you can seize. Number 4, always train and be ready. Always train and be ready. There's this book called Outliers. I love this book by Malcolm Gladwell. And he had a lot of important information in that book. But one big takeaway, and I'm sure you've heard it, it's been quoted so many times, is that it takes 10,000 hours to fully master a subject. Basketball players and other athletes train constantly so they can be ready for each tournament. The better games are when they anticipate their rivals' moves and play with it in mind. As entrepreneurs, we always have to be sensitive to market and trends and what customers want. If we build our business without knowing the market and the proper due diligence, we will always be ill-prepared for success. Number 5, ask for support and give support. Ask for support and give support. Since basketball is a contact sport, players may fall quite a bit. But if you look closely, at least good teammates are always helping each other up. Coaches may yell out, "Help her up." It builds sportsmanship and team support when they look out for each other. Besides, you never know when you may be the person who needs support. In business, I have learned early on that no man is an island. I mean, we need to support each other and to always be ready to mentor those coming up. Look around. Is there anyone who needs a hand to get to the next level? Could you be that person to carry a product for an upcoming business in your retail location? Could you provide someone with a contact or advice? I've learned over the years, when you help others, it comes back to you bountifully. Try to do it today. Number 6, foul play will cost you. Foul play will cost you. I was never an athlete, nor was I ever into sports, but I genuinely enjoy watching my daughter play basketball. However, I must tell you, not a day goes by when I'm not asking what the referee means when he blows a whistle and points to a player. I know that there are a host of rules I don't fully understand, but one rule I know for sure is to not hit the opponent, which can cause a foul. A foul can allow your competitor to score 2 free throws. You can also be fouled out after 5 fouls. Okay, that's one thing I've learned. In business, foul play will also cost you. You can choose to build your company cooperatively, or you can step on competitors to get ahead. You can find ethical ways to source your products and pay your employees fair wages, or you can just find the cheapest way to build your business at all costs. You have the decision to make the right choice. Number 7, listen to your coach. Our daughter has had great coaches over the years who have taught her a great deal about the game and techniques and ways to set up plays. However, I have noticed that coaching does not end at practice. Coaching continues throughout the game when you see the coaches encouraging the team on areas that they should focus, which opponent they should guard, and when they should increase their defense. In business, you need a coach as well. Sometimes that may be in the form of a business coach, board of directors, mentors, or just a trusted friend. If you don't have any of those, secure resources that can help you get to the next level. Books, podcasts, journals, magazines, and various websites can point you in the right direction. Above all, apply what you have learned, and not just devour this information. Number 8, always be on the lookout for an opening. One of the most painful games, and even when I talk about it, it still hurts, was when my daughter's team was winning a game and then there was a tie. And the game went into overtime. And right before the clock stopped, the opponent threw a winning shot. She saw an opening and made a shot seconds before the game ended. Ouch, that hurt. In business, there are always openings, but we have to keep our eyes open to see them. That may mean to partner with a complementary brand or build your audience in places no one else is looking. Seek out organizations, people, or professions that can provide you with leads in a co-beneficial way. Number 9, be quick on your feet so that you can always pivot. I love this one. Be quick on your feet so that you can always pivot. In the game of basketball, it's not a matter if you will pivot. It's a matter of when. Great basketball players are quick on their feet and can maneuver in between walls of defense. While building our business, be mindful of times you may have to be more quickly in another direction, move quickly in another direction. Long-standing businesses have always pivoted, even if they seem subtle. Remember when Netflix built their business model around delivering DVDs to homes on a subscription basis? Or do you remember when Apple iPods were all the rage? How about Google Hangouts? That's now being split into 2 separate apps. Pivots require a keen sense of industry trends while listening intently to your customers' wants and desires. And doing both will really enable agility with entrepreneurship, and you'll be able to maneuver through defense tactics of your competitors. And the last one on this list is championships are won in the mind first. Your mind, our mind. Have you ever witnessed a basketball game when the team just gave up? The opponent's lead was really great and there wasn't enough time on the clock. I've witnessed these situations and it's pretty disappointing. And not for the reasons you may think. It's disappointing because you know the losing team, quote unquote, losing team's potential, and they just stopped fighting and trying. Reasons could be consistent of the other team's height or skill. You know, they might say they were way taller, or you know that they're number 1 in the state. None of that matters when you're playing. Stephen Curry, one of the top basketball players of all time, is just 6'3". Yeah, that may seem tall, but think about it. LeBron James is 6'8", Kevin Durant is 6'9", and Klay Thompson is 6'7". What if Stephen Curry said, LeBron James is way taller than me. I don't even have a chance. He would have never beat him in the NBA Finals. Championships are won in the mind first. Don't focus on your competitors or the business owner or your best friend or who went to a better school, better credentials, better looks, prettier, better hair, whatever. Focus on your skill and believe that you can win. Then go out and play to win. You could do this. You got this. Thanks for joining me today. This is our 40th episode. I'm so excited to say that. Please leave a review. It's been great 40 episodes. Go back, listen to some episodes, catch up on some tidbits to grow your business. And if you'd like to learn more about Veranda Financing, visit www.verandafinancing.com. Thank you and God bless.